Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some exercises with this Pilates ring. Some people may know this as the magic circle. I'm not going to call it that. A lot of guys already associate this with being a feminine exercise toy. It's not a toy, it's not feminine, it's just a piece of exercise equipment. So, you know, it's lightweight and it's good for... honey, I think your cat accidentally broke the thing. Okay, so where was I? Actually, I was just kidding about, you know, blaming the cat for breaking my wife's thing. I couldn't really blame the cat since, well, the cat was sitting on my wife's lap at the time. But anyway, this is a good exercise. I'm going to show you how to use it. Just make sure the little pieces of glass shards are not in it, because safety first. All right, so I'm here at work, so I wouldn't break anything else with my Pilates ring. So I have another one. This one's obviously gray. Can't use it if it has glass all over it. Haha, just kidding. Anyway, yes, this one is gray. There's no real difference between this one and the black ones. You might, I don't actually know this. Sorry, I probably should have looked it up. I don't know if there's different tension among the Pilates rings. I'm sure there's some variety a little bit with the different makers, but this one's got some squeeze to it. So, all right, this is one that I like. I let a lot of my clients do it. Well, I say let them because some of them, they don't have enough mobility to do this one, but this is an excellent one because it does help with balance, helps with mobility, works the upper body, lower body, core, just with this little thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, with my arms extended, because that makes it less efficient, more efficient. Again, this is for exercise. I want to get more bang for my buck. So I'm going to put my arms out, squeeze in and on the ring. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep all my weight on the front leg. The back leg is there kind of just for maintaining balance. Think of a kickstand, although on most bikes when you lean it over on the kickstand, most of the weight is on the back. We don't want it on the kickstand. We just want the toe back, arms above, squeezing in. Then as I squeeze and come down, my leg's going to come up and meet it. So it's not a speed thing. Up, separate. Together, and separate. Just like that. So the same thing on this side. Squeeze in, and I'm squeezing in the entire time. Come up. Just once again, the toe tap with that back leg. Keep it squeezed. And this whole time, I am squeezing. All right. This exercise is a variation of the Russian twist. The variation being I'm not holding a physical weight because this thing is super light. So a lot of times with the Russian twist, somebody holds a kettlebell, a dumbbell, maybe even a weighted plate, something heavy enough to really create more resistance. However, my resistance from this one is going to also be because I'm squeezing on it. So my knees are bent, feet down, lean back slightly. And while I'm squeezing, I go to each side for the variation of the Russian twist. Because once again, as I squeeze, my abs have to contract too to stabilize the spine as I'm turning. Now to make this more difficult, I could raise my feet up. Once again, keep the squeeze and not try to go too quickly, but it really works the core well, and it also helps with balance because the only thing touching the floor are your butt cheeks. So enjoy that one. All right, on this one, it's an interesting one. It's far more challenging than it might appear at first. But what you want to do on this one, I'll do some on each side so you get to see. Most of my weight's going to be on one leg, a leg out to the side. So I'm squeezing in on the bar with my arms up, and I'm going to go out away from my body so I try to create a straight line. And then back up. Down, try not to overdo it, and back up. And I don't know if you could tell my voice changed because when I was moving over, a lot more muscles all of a sudden had to kick in to help. And those muscles are the core. The obliques on this side and the obliques on that side. Once again, because I'm in an awkward position, those stabilizer muscles, aka your abdominals, have to kick in to stabilize the spine to help protect you. So while I'm doing this, once again, I could do this all day. Squeezing in and going out is way, way tougher. To the side and back up. And then you don't want to be lopsided, so you got to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? So once again, this is like my kickstand. My weight's over the bent leg that I'm leaning on. Squeeze in on the ring, go to the side, back up. And notice I'm going in a slow and controlled fashion, because once again, would it be easier if I go quicker? Yeah, but I also increase my risk of injury. I don't think injuries are cool, so I'm going to avoid that. At least the best that I can. Oh yeah, woo! And yeah, you could probably feel this one too. On this exercise, it's just a simple chest press using the Pilates ring, of course. And as I mentioned, when the arms are farther away from you, it's less efficient, therefore harder. So what I'm going to do is I could start in or out, but I'm going to squeeze in. I don't want my elbows flared. Keep my elbows in, squeeze. Extend all the way. Try to keep the same tension throughout the whole range of motion while keeping it squeezed. Now right here is more chest, a little bit of anterior deltoids and biceps. As I go out, my abs, even more of my biceps and chest kick in, because it's going to be harder the farther it is away from you. So the tempo is kind of like a 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 in. And once again, you could shoot for anywhere from 10 to 15 repetitions. Rest briefly, do another set, rest briefly, do another set. Great exercise. Okay, on this exercise, I'm going to show you a variation of a V-up, which we do in the martial arts at the dojo, but this time we're going to use a Pilates ring, which makes it more difficult. So my body's extended. I am still slightly squeezing in on the Pilates ring. I'm going to try to keep my torso and my legs as straight as possible. Come up, back down. Now, some of you can certainly come up much higher than me. Others may not. Don't get too caught up in what other people can do. Just try to do the best that you can do. And that's that. We can also do with the Pilates ring here is to work the inner and outer thighs. Now, of course, some of the guys watching this are probably thinking, well, I don't need to work my inner and outer thighs. I disagree. And it's not just my opinion, it's a medical thing. I could give you an anatomy lesson, but I'm not going to. So I'll give you a hint. So for you guys out there that want to know how this is helpful, I can't really tell you because my kids might be watching. So that was the best hint I could give you. If you're still not sure what I mean, go ask another adult and let them fill you in. But yeah, this is good for guys too. It's not just a ladies exercise. But yes, this is good for guys as well. So there's different ways of doing this. The way I'm going to show you is it's also curved. That's not just for your hands. You put one side on your ankle, the other side on the other ankle, put a little tension, and then I'm going to squeeze down. Now, of course, the thing wants to wobble some. That's where your stabilizers muscles come in. So I squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Now, to make it work a little bit more, I could rotate my hips forward. I got my microphone here, so I don't want to push down too hard on it. But I'm squeezing in, and the inner thigh muscles are working as I do this one. Okay, and then to do the other side, you just simply switch sides. Right on top of your ankle. Now, of course, if this is too hard or it bothers your skin or ankle, you could always put a small hand towel or whatever that's more cushiony that you have available. So it's squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And I suppose it can also work if I don't have it on my ankle and I just put it on the floor. But that ankle could possibly be agitated by it. So I still might need more padding on that. It's up to you. You don't want to be uncomfortable when you're doing this one. And so that is the one good one for the inner thigh. Okay, now for the outer thigh, if you can, put both legs inside of the ring. And the same thing might apply where if it bothers you, the counter pressure, you might have to use a small towel or some other form of cushion like a small pillow. But on this one, I'm going to lift up, out, away from my other leg towards the ceiling, and it's really working the outer part of the thigh and hip and glute muscles. So once again, it's not just the exercise for the ladies. This is a good one for the guys too. And like I said, I gave you a hint why. If you're still stumped, ask me in the comment box below. Oh yeah, don't do that, because then my kids might look at that too. So once again, if I can't talk to my kids about it, then that should be a good hint for you. And once again, 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets per side. And I just did 1 set and it's burning, so it's a good one. All right, so that was a Pilates ring. Hopefully it was helpful. Some of you may not have ever seen one of these. Most of you probably have, just didn't really know how to use it. Certainly I could have done a lot more exercises with this, and maybe I'll make another video, especially if you guys want one. But that was a handful of different exercises hitting many different body parts that can certainly keep you busy. So as always, if the video was helpful, don't forget to thumbs up and like and share, because that does help my channel and I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. For those that have, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And once again, any other video ideas, don't forget you can write in the comments below, comment box below. Don't be shy. A lot of people think this is social media, but once again, YouTube is a search engine. It's not social media. So it's not like everybody on the planet is going to see your answers or your questions or whatever. So have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.